So I went for a walk today. I walked yesterday as well, and I found some really cool, beautiful rocks outside. Now, I know it's going to be hard to tell on the video, but they have mica in them, and in person they are very pretty and shiny. This one doesn't have mica, but it does have this really beautiful like green spot here. Let me see if I can get it to show up with some water. And I think I'm gonna put some polyurethane on this one to make the colors pop out more. I know that's strange to say to put on a rock, but see, look at that beautiful green that's coming out on the bottom. That's actually, I think, my favorite side. But it's so pretty all around. It's hard to say what my favorite side is, but I think that one is. And then this one is it has a lot of mica underneath. Hard to see on the video, but in this one has mica and maybe some quartz in it. So it's very shiny on these two sides. And then we have this really cool looking one. I really do like this one a lot. The way that it formed. And you know, God is so amazing on the way that he makes things. And then there's this one that's got 3 different textures and type of what's happening here. 3 different ones. You can see it. It's so amazing how it was formed. And then we have this really cool one that has this top that I like. It's a nice light color, and then we have these different layers as it was forming. And I think I'm going to put polyurethane on this one too, because there's really not much mica popping through. So the ones that are really shiny, like this one and the outer part of this one, and then this one I'm going to, and then the parts that are shiny on this one, I'm not going to polyurethane, because if I put the polyurethane on it, I think it's going to take away the shine on the rocks. So I picked those up today, and then I picked up some little ones, and along with this fakery plant I bought at Target. I just thought it was so pretty. It's going to be hard to see kind of with the sun coming in the window. But I really like this fakery plant, how they painted on the leaves. And the leaves are velvety. They're so cool. I thought this was such a beautiful little plant. Fakery plant. I really, really like it. I think it's so pretty. And then it's in this nice little pot. And then I found these little rocks outside, and all of them have some type of mica popping through, and when the sun will shine in the window, you'll be able to see that. I think they're so pretty. And then I haven't talked about, I'm growing my leeks again. I like to grow organic, fresh leeks and use them in my food. This one is growing a little bit different than I'm normally used to. This is the way they normally grow for me, and they look really cool like that. And I just grow them in water. I do not put them in dirt, because then they turn rotten on me. And because they're not outside getting air and everything, they just turn rotten really fast in the dirt. So I just grow them in water. And when this gets a little bit taller, I will cut it off, and it'll grow 1 or 2 more times. Probably 1, because it's starting to kind of dry out down here. Now I will peel off these dry bits to expose what's underneath, and it will continue to grow better. And when you cut it, it'll just regrow again. So if you want to grow leeks at home, you cut it with a really sharp thing so it doesn't split, a really sharp knife or scissors or whatever, and you just cut it you leave about, I would say, 1.5 inches to 2 inches of the leek. And then even if it doesn't have any roots on the bottom, these are all new roots, and you want to change that water out every few days so they don't rot. And you'll be able to tell by the smell. If you start to smell a little bit of an off smell, it's time to change that water and clean the roots really, really good. And they're just awesome. They taste so good, and they're a little bit potent, more than what you buy in the store, because Anyway, I love doing it this way, growing my own. And they're pretty too. They leave a prettiness in your apartment or your house or your whatever you've got going on. And they're easy to take with you wherever you go. You can grow it in your motorhome. You can grow it in your house. And you don't have to have an outside yard to grow some of your vegetables. This one is kind of, I got to find a different thing to put it in. It's not working so good. I've tried, and you can see that it's starting to turn brown here, but it's getting a root system on it. What I need to do is find a way. This is a celery stalk. If you can't tell that, I think you already know. I got to find something where this celery stalk is above the place that it's in. So I got to get like a little bit deeper bowl, but not have the top completely out of the water. It's still growing, but the celery stalk inside there is turning brown. So I'm going to need to remove it and see what's underneath and to see if I can still keep growing it in the water. And this cute little face here, this face that I miss so much. I was dreaming about him last night. That's my grandpa. I miss him so much. I love that man. Anyway, I just thought I'd show you some of my fakery. Someone was throwing this away downstairs, so I grabbed it up. I think it's a beautiful little fakery. And yeah, so I thought I'd come on today and show that. And my little plant section, which is doing really well. I'm looking to get something different for him. This guy, I want to get like a taller plant stand where I can put him on there. Because with him in there, I don't have room to get any more plants. And I really do want to kind of grow my plants to be a little bit more. So I'm looking into buying a stand that's tall enough that my girl kitty cat cannot get on and eat it. She keeps trying, but luckily she can't reach it here. So anyway, I just thought I'd come on today and talk about the stuff that I got outside and at the store. And then I've finally finished this basket. I also got downstairs. Somebody was throwing it away, and I'm like, who would want to throw that basket away? It is so pretty. I grabbed it quick, and I put some shells in it. I have some fossilized shells in here. You can see this one right here is fossilized. And then this one back here that's kind of covered up is fossilized. And then I have some other neat shells in there. And it may stay like this and it may get changed up again. We'll see how it goes. And, you know, I just love, you know, my shells. I actually adore them. I think they're beautiful. And when God created the mollusk, the little snail that makes them, I think it's awesome. And I found this at the thrift store. Originally I had dropped it in the bag and it broke and a few pieces got lost in the process, and I left it there. I thought, you know, and then I started to feel guilty about it, so I went back and I figured if it was still there I was going to buy it and try to fix it, and I was able to glue it back together. It's not perfect, but no one can tell. He's a little bobblehead turtle, and he's got, maybe this is the daddy and that's the mama and that's the baby. That's how I see it. I don't know much about it, but I know it's a Chinese or a Japanese thing. I think it's Japanese. And you can get these on Amazon, actually. They're super adorable. And I plan on getting a couple of more at some point because I just love them. I think they're super cute. And but anyway, and I got my coral bits in here that I found at the thrift store. And bits of shell that, like that's a shell right there, that kind of tan looking one. And there's a little cockle shell down there at the bottom, a piece. And then there's coral in here and, you know, other bits of like a jewel box. Like this thing with this right here is actually a part of a jewel box. And then this is like some type of a tube snail, which, oh, I love this one. Pretty cool. And then, you know, I have my little starfish, or sea stars. I'm sorry, sea stars. They're not called starfish. They're called sea stars. I've got those here. I've got 2 or 3 different kinds. I think this one is the same as this one. It's a juvenile. And then this one is different. So I think there's 2 different kinds. And then I wanted to show you guys something really cool. This is a piece of driftwood. And if anybody can see in this, you will find 2 different things in here. If you look at it closely, 2 different things. If you will put it down in the comments if you know what it is. And I will respond. I think you can clearly tell what this is. Found this in the mountains on the ground. It's amazing. So what would that be? It's very clear. And then this. And I have another one that's locked away up in a closet, wrapped really tight. It's a huge long piece of driftwood that looks like an alligator, and it's starting to try to fall apart and turn to dust. So I'm trying to keep it good until I can get it into a resin in, this a long wood thing where I can pour the resin over the top. But I need to find somebody who knows how to do that before I can do it. But anyway, I'm going to try to save my alligator. But these rocks are so pretty in person. I just can't even... I just felt the need today to grab these up. And now I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to put them. But anyway, thank you for watching. Give us a thumbs up if you would. Like I said, make a comment what you think that... wood is. It's not petrified or anything. It's just a wood knob of a tree that came out looking like this, and I think it is absolutely amazing. I've had it since I was a teenager, and I've managed to keep it from breaking, which is crazy. But my alligator, it's starting to really kind of lose its integrity, so I've got to fix it. So anyway, I just thank you guys for watching. Like I said, leave a comment, give me a thumbs up, and subscribe. It's free to you, and it helps my channel. And I just wanted to tell you guys today, I love you. Jesus loves you. And until the next video, bye-bye. Bye-bye.